I mean, they played way better than I thought they were coming out of the All-Star break.
I'm really happy that John Gibson's getting his form back. But couldn't he have saved it for next season?
At this point, we should just be happy that he looks happy on the ice again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to DDFR number 51 on the season. Today, we are going to react to the Anaheim Ducks going into Dallas, where they got a point, but lost to the Stars 3-2 in a shootout. All right, let's hop right into it. All right, so this is the first game coming out of the All-Star break. Ducks put up a fight that I wasn't really expecting them to do, especially going into the third period. I really wasn't expecting them to come back and tie the game, but they played a pretty good game. Looking at the 3 stars, totally understand Jason Robertson. Zero idea why Jamie Benn got the first star of the game. I guess shootout winner, but still, man. Come on. John Gibson, 100% deserved one of the stars. 2 goals on 41 shots. Only reason that the Ducks were even in this game. So, as well as the Ducks have been playing recently, they still have some hurdles to jump. As you can see here, you can actually see that John Gibson is pointing out who's about to score this goal. He's trying to direct traffic, which is fantastic. Love to see John Gibson being engaged in the play like this. Like, hey, watch this guy. He's pointing at the point. And the Ducks allow this to happen. So as you can see here, we have a Ducks defender right here taking out the guy in the slot. This is good. This is good. Mason McTavish has the guy at the point here covered. Well, Ryan Strome, he's been a somewhat decent acquisition over the offseason. It wasn't a terrible signing, but he desperately needs to take this guy. Or at the very least, take out the passing lane where the puck will end up right here. This is not good defensive structure. It simply is not. And Ryan Strome, as you can see, where he is looking, he's looking over this way. He's looking at the puck. Yes, you need to be aware of where the puck is, but you also have to make sure that you are covering your assignment. And he did not. This leads to an easy goal for the Dallas Stars. This is just a tap-in. Nils Lundqvist, who they got over the offseason from the Rangers, nice little tap-in, and it gives the Stars a 1-0 lead. So before we get into the second period and Roope Hintz' 21st goal of the season and yet another stoppable goal by the Ducks, we got to talk about what happened in the first. Troy Terry went down with an injury. He got a cross-check right to the ribs. Wasn't called. Very obviously a cross-check. And he left the game and did not return. Alright, now let's take a look at how stoppable this goal was for the Ducks when they go down 2-0. So when I tell you that this goal was stoppable, I'm dead serious. This was off of a turnover, so, a little bit of a fire drill, but you're NHL players. You should be able to adapt when you turn the puck over. Simon Benoit, right here. This is weak. This is weak. You need to tie his stick up. Enough of this. You need to tie his stick up. Or take the body. Or something. Because this is yet again another cross-crease pass that Roope Hintz just kind of taps in. Simon Benoit, you're in the NHL. Act like it. Act like it. Take the body. Tie up his stick. You're a defenseman. This is what you are paid for. Do your job. But they don't. And the Ducks go down 2-0. Then we get to Anaheim storming back. And quite honestly, I was surprised it happened. Ducks didn't look like they had a whole lot left in the tank entering the third period. They didn't. They really didn't. But then they kind of had life sparked into them. Credit where credit is due. Their penalty kill was great. They killed off a 5-on-3 this game. The Ducks took far too many penalties yet again. So, more undisciplined play. But if you're going to be undisciplined, this is the season to do it. Get it out of your system now, so the Ducks can have a more disciplined season next year. And hopefully they get a lot more power plays next year, because Connor Bedard on the power play would look real nice. That'd be real nice, real fun to watch. Speaking of the power play, Jakob Silfverberg. The first unit looked pretty bad. Second unit went out there. Kevin Shattenkirk just kind of takes a shot from the point. Silfverberg tips it. Pulls the Ducks within one. Great play by Silfverberg just to get the tip on it. He's had a rough season, so anytime this dude scores, you love to see it. He's been on this team for a while. He doesn't look like the player he used to be. Good leadership, you can tell. There's a reason he's wearing the A. This added a little fuel to the spark that the Ducks got from their great penalty kill this game. About a minute and a half later, Trevor Zegras finds Adam Henrique pretty much all alone in the slot, and he just wires this one past Jake Ottinger. And just like that, the Ducks tie the game. It was a little back and forth to end the third period, but the Ducks survived and forced the game to overtime. Overtime was hit or miss. It was kind of boring. It wasn't anything amazing. Ducks got a power play, didn't do anything with it. But they end up going to a shootout, and Ducks fall in a shootout. I'm not going to really blame anybody for the shootout. In fact, if anyone needs praise, it's Jake Ottinger. First time all season I've seen a goalie keep up with Trevor Zegras' hands. That was amazing to watch. And I'm not even upset or anything. That was just kind of insane to watch him go forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, and Ottinger stay with him the whole time. It was really impressive, and in the shootout, Ottinger kind of earned it more than Gibson, but throughout the game, Gibson outplayed Ottinger. Undoubtedly, hands down, better goalie. Ducks coming out of the All-Star break looked like a team that was on vacation. And when the deserve to win meter is this much in the favor of the Dallas Stars, you can tell that this was a John Gibson masterpiece. He looked absolutely amazing. Rebound control was great. His angles were good. Him directing traffic like I showed you in that screenshot was good. This was just a really well-played game by John Gibson, and the Ducks found a way to give him at least a little support. Ducks get the loser point in this, but they would have gotten nothing if it wasn't for John Gibson. So, as you can see, not saying that Ottinger played bad, he saved 0.45 goals above expected, and that's decent stat. You always want to be positive in that stat. But, again, monster game from John Gibson. 3.24 goals saved above expected. This is the elite John Gibson that we knew we had for the longest time as Anaheim Ducks fans. Maybe the rest from the All-Star break helped, but man, if we can see a few more games like this from here to the end of the season from John, this could bode either really well for the Ducks next season if John Gibson stays, or it could skyrocket his trade potential at the draft. I don't think Gibson's going to get traded at the deadline. That's not something I think is going to happen. If he gets traded, and I hope he doesn't, I really like John Gibson. He still has the potential to be good throughout the time that the Ducks could be good. Like when the rebuild is finally over, Gibson could still be in his window of being an elite goalie. He hasn't looked elite in the past few years. I think it's a morale thing. I really do. But if the Ducks give him support like they did this game, where they get it to a shootout, I guarantee you John Gibson will take staying more seriously. Because goalies want to win. They want to win. Ducks haven't been winning. But when they put together a performance like this, where Gibson holds them in the game, and then the offense comes through, I mean, this is exactly the type of game that the Ducks needed to show Gibson to get him to stay. Ducks play against the Chicago Blackhawks Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. That's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Surprisingly, Chicago is the favorite in this one. They won the first game 3-2. This will be game 2 of the season against them. I really don't know what to expect. In all honesty, if I'm looking forward to the future, it'd be nice if the Ducks lose this game. They are in the Bedard Bowl against the Chicago Blackhawks, and currently the Blackhawks only have 34 points, and the Ducks are looking at 38. Ducks need to drop a little bit in the standings to get a better shot at Connor Bedard. But again, I'm not asking him to throw this game. Put out a good effort. It'll probably be Stolarz in net. Put out a good effort. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game. Gets the confidence of the young guys out, like, just going and going. I'd hope to see Troy Terry back this game. We don't have an update yet, but I'd love to see a high-scoring game between these two teams instead of a 3-2 game like we saw last time. The game will be broadcast on Bally Sports West for anybody in Southern California. For anybody in the Illinois, Chicago area, I think it might be Bally as well. I'm not entirely sure. But for the rest of the United States, you're looking at ESPN Plus. For Canada, you're looking at Sportsnet or TSN. This game will definitely be a tire fire. That's probably the best way to describe this. It'll be a tire fire. Alright, that is it. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. I appreciate everybody who watches the DDFRs. Hit that like button if you like what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.